Justin, we were talking before we came on. We're like, we're going to have Coach Chandler Tygard call in and talk to us. Well, he actually made a surprise and is joining us on the scene here tonight. So, Coach Chandler Tygard of the Cleveland Blue Raiders football squad, how we doing this evening, my friend?
I'm doing good, guys. So, rolling up with a 7-0 lead. I see Lily warming up in the outfield, so we're feeling pretty good right now.
There you go. So, well, obviously, is there really a football offseason for you guys? I think the offseason is just in name only because, you and Coach Maines, I think, were at the Mount Bethel coaching clinic earlier, this offseason. And you were mentioned before, spring practice gets rolling next week. So how's your, quote, offseason been for you this one?
Man, it's been busy. So, we had a lot of stuff going on, whether it was 7-on-7 situations and stuff. We hosted a couple tournaments at Cleveland. We traveled down around Dalton. And, we went and visited and spoke at some coaches' clinics. Me and Coach Manis went down to Georgia, went to the Nike clinic in Atlanta, even went out. I just got back from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I visited Bixby High School this past week, and they've won 9 out of 10 state championships, and they're nationally ranked in wrestling and had a lot of similarities to Cleveland. So I wanted to go check them out, and we brought back some good things from there.
Yeah, another aspect that you kind of taken on or helped foster here at Cleveland City is just kind of your young programs,
yep.
K through 12. So if you got a young kid ready to play ball, tell everybody kind of what's going on, what you're putting in place for the young ones out there.
Yeah, I mean, so we just went through a whole 7-on-7 off season. So we started in January, and then we just culminated last week. And our 10U program is honestly one of the best programs we've got going, coached by Corey Green, who's in charge of our youth league tackle program. And I mean, we've got everything. We got passing leagues, we've got tackle leagues, run by Corey and our guys there. We've got a flag football rec league in the fall. So me and Coach Barber, our middle school coach, I mean, this has been a really neat situation to where we're vertically aligned. You've got your high school head coach, you got your middle school head coach, you got your youth league tackle and flag guys all aligned together, and we're pushing about 450, 500 kids, K through 12 in flag and tackle from 6 years old or 5 and 6 all the way up to 18 years old. And so that's what's really neat right now that we got going.
And that's what it takes. I mean, to be a championship program at the high school level, you've seen it program after program where you have to start it. You've got to kind of have that in-house feel to every level in the city.
Yeah, and all of it's important. I mean, our JV team, we call them the Futures. They do a great job, coached by Coach Reynolds. He's over here hanging out in left field. We started a freshman program last year by Coach Weiss. They did a great job because our freshmen have to play a full JV schedule. And then next year, not only do we have 7th and 8th grade, but we're adding 6th grade football. So we're one of 2 schools in the county with 9th grade football. We're the only school with 6th grade football. And so now you've got lots of options to where football is the only sport where you do all this work in the off season, you do all these practices, but you only get to play 8 to 10 to 15 games depending on your age. So we want these kids to play as many games as possible that you can get in. And so if we need to build a 6th grade team or a 7th grade team or 2 8th grade teams, if we got to build it, by God, that's what we're going to do. And honestly, I visited Bixby. They have the same amount of students as us, 2 freshman teams, 3 8th grade teams, 3 7th grade teams.
We'll see it up here in no time.
It's unbelievable. Right, so we're hoping to get to those numbers. But, I mean, basically if you've got enough kids to field a team, let's go out there. Let's let them play a game, and you're not just practicing to only get to play your 5 games a year.
Pretty soon you're going to print some new T-shirts that say the fastest shows on turf if those numbers continue to grow.
Honestly, it's a great place to be, and we're just trying to offer a lot of football options, even in the off season. We just want the kids playing football.
And you bring up the T-shirts, Jeff K, but you got to get to the Cleveland store to check out the Nike swag. I'm definitely going to be ordering that Cleveland script, probably the long sleeve.
That's a big hit.
Look, that whole website, I want to buy one of everything.
That's a big hit. So shout out to Coach B, our girls basketball coach, did so good this year. She's the first one to put the script Cleveland on things, and then next thing you know, we're like, man, that looks pretty good, and we started doing it, and you'll even find it. We got new Nike jerseys coming out next year.
Can't wait.
They just happen to match, the script Cleveland. You'll see that a lot next year, and it matches the store, and people's pretty excited. We've been Under Armour for I think 8 years, and to switch over to Nike and get all this the stuff that we're getting next year, it's going to be really exciting for the kids.
Well, and you mentioned the kids. I mean, it's like, you see all these videos all the time. It doesn't matter what level of football it is. Whenever a new uniform or a new helmet comes out, the kids, just intensity and excitement just goes through the roof. And, it's like if you look good, you're going to play good, right? So that's probably going to be
and teenagers nowadays, they like shiny things. I mean, they're all about I was talking to Isaiah Davis today about that. He's the social media king on the team. And, they love TikTok videos and uniforms and flashy plays. Yeah, we're safe at home right here. There we go. They like all those things. And so the big thing is you got to go fight. You got to go fight for your kids. You got to raise money. None of this Nike stuff is cheap,
nope.
and none of it comes for free. We don't, fundraising is a big aspect in what we do. A lot of people don't see that part. They just see all the new things and think that football was given all this. Hold on now. We've got a lift-a-thon tomorrow night, and we're raising money, and, it all goes together.
Yeah, for sure. So you're listening to Cleveland football coach Chandler Tygard right here on Off the Bench Radio on Talk 102.3. And, we're looking through the, building up to your spring practice debut here. New coach on your staff, Tuff Bohannon. He's going to be a co-defense coordinator, inside linebackers coach for you. So kind of talk about just him and kind of, what he's going to bring to your defensive unit.
Oh, good catch. There we go. Oh, no, she dropped it. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure we're going up 9-0.
Right.
So Coach Bohannon's awesome. So he's moving up from Naples, Florida. That makes our second coach from Naples. Coach Manis is originally from there. He's another young coach. He's kind of Coach Manis's protege, which Coach Manis is only 26. I don't know if you get to have proteges, but Tuff is very, very knowledgeable. He was a defensive coordinator down at Barron Collier down in Naples, and just for the short time that he's been approved and been up here, he's already got a 75-page linebacker manual that he's going over and going through linebacker school with these kids. And coaching is not going to be an issue or an excuse, really. I mean, it's going to be you're expected to know what you're doing, and all of our coaches are very bought in, and they spend the time. And it's awesome, to have people that are willing to spend that much time, because it's not just during the fall. People think, it's Friday nights or Monday nights on JV. It's not. I mean, we're doing this stuff year-round, and, we expect guys to be involved in the community. We expect them to show up to softball games. We expect them to go to coaches' clinics and travel around. So it's a whole lot of hours for those guys, and we are appreciative of them.
Obviously, you come in with head coaching experience, but just talk about year 1 to year 2 here at Cleveland specifically. Do you have anything easier, anything harder? Just what are any challenges maybe you didn't expect coming into year 2?
So, honestly, our year 1 last year, I tell people it's more like year 0. We were having to hire a bunch of new coaches. We repainted the field house. We've done a bunch of field house renovations. We were installing schemes from scratch. I mean, last year when we were installing all these schemes, we only had one whiteboard and we barely had working internet in the field house. Where this year is finally the year 1 to where everything's set up. We have internet. We've got whiteboards. We've got coaches. We've got everybody bought in. We're on the same plan. Now you can start to see, okay, here's the direction where we want the program to go. We're more vertically aligned than we've ever been from a K through 12 standpoint, youth league, middle school, high school. My varsity coaches are assigned 2 coaches per youth league team, and so that's kind of their point of contact for those coaches, making sure they're on board. Plus, also one of my varsity coaches will be at every single game or practice and be around. We attend every single middle school game, especially home game. We're hosting a middle school 8th grade game at the high school with the DJ, with the Jumbotron, giving them a Friday night experience.
That'll be fun.
And so we're purposely trying to set it up, K through 12, where everybody gets a great experience.
Well, going into another year, it'll be August before you know it. So expectations, what are you expecting from your squad? Obviously, LJ Adams, we saw his commitment. It was announced, I think, Tusculum, correct? So
we've got 4 signing tomorrow. So we've got Brian Beard Jr. going to Cumberland, Will Brantley going to Hanover College, Neil Armstrong also going to Cumberland, and then LJ going to play quarterback at Tusculum. So there's one more. There's Dylan Harold. He's looking to see, is he going to a Division III school? Is he going to walk on at UTC or a couple other FCS schools? So to be able to sign 5 kids off last year's class is going to be exciting. Michael Jordan obviously going to Virginia Tech for baseball.
That's awesome. So before we get you out here, I got to ask. Obviously, we've talked to you, a lot on Friday nights on the X Spaces wrap-up show. Do you like doing these or being pestered by me and Justin at 11 o'clock on a Friday night when you're ready to go to bed?
Honestly, guys, it's awesome. Like y'all are always like, man, I'm sorry to bother you at 12:30. I mean, most coaches are up anyways, and honestly, y'all are helping promote Chattanooga area athletics. There's not very many people necessarily going out there and doing that. There's not a lot of people having live streams and showing. I mean, there's not. Who else is showing up to softball games? Like you guys are the only ones really doing it. And so the more people that want that are going to promote these high school kids and coaches, you even get a lot of our rival coaches on there. But it's awesome because we're promoting rivalries, we're promoting high school sports, at 12:30. In the Chattanooga area. Other cities get to have that stuff, and you guys are bringing it to Chattanooga just as we're trying to bring some of the ideas from the other places down to Chattanooga. People don't realize what a neat area this is for high school sports. And you got the Hamilton County sports, you got the private schools that are rocking and rolling, then you've got our region with us and Bradley, and we're playing in the most difficult 6A region in the state. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of good sports here. I mean, our softball team is doing great. Our girls basketball has done amazing this year. I mean, shout out to Coach B. Bradley County's a neat place, but just Chattanooga as a whole, it's awesome. And, we just love being here and that you guys are promoting it. It's really neat for us.
Anything else? Are we good to go?
No, I mean, that's like I said. We always kind of consider Bradley and Chattanooga kind of one area because we're in both areas so much. But, yeah, it's fun and exciting to see what's happening with Cleveland City Schools and obviously what Bradley County's been, Bradley Central been able to do, and Walker Valley. So. Yep. But don't worry, the other coaches don't get the OTB swag back that we give you at the under the table.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Give me that. I rock the tumbler, and I still got the shirts and all that.
I appreciate that.
We appreciate the core power and all that. So y'all, let's bring out some sponsors. Let's get it going.
I love it. Well, Coach Tygard, thank you so much for dropping by our broadcast position here behind home plate. Like you just mentioned, you're supporting Cleveland High School athletics right here on the softball diamond, and we'll be talking soon, man. It'll be August before you know it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm ready to see Lily shut this thing down and finish out 8-0. It'd be awesome.
That's right.